everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Josephine, a late to marry or the journey. Yes, so today I have someone amazing here. I remember my first video, the one I posted on Instagram. It featured Josephine, and first of all, the inspiration was Moments with Most Angels. And here is Josephine.
My name is Josephine.
If you're here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so now. It is not hard, it's just that place. It doesn't buy. It is just that subscription button. Click the notification button so every time I post a vlog, you're able to see it first. That's a VIP one for you there. Alright, so today we have something special. Serving God versus serving the nation. So briefly, I'm just going to talk about how I met Josephine, and she's going to say that too. So I met Adebanjo Josephine, met her at NYSC camp. Obubra, Cross Rivers State, when I went for NYSC. I met her precisely in NCCF. I met her in NCCF. So when Bible study units, I just saw this lady. She was just smiling. I'm like, who is this person? Just laughing everywhere. She laughing sheepishly. So we were to introduce ourselves, and then they said, okay, your relationship status. Everybody was saying either engaged, not engaged. Only for me to hear this sister speak one English I've never heard in my life. Holy Spirit remind me. Josephine. What was that word?
Okay, I said relationship is encapsulated.
Encapsulated, like Shogun, when it's not your capsule. Anyways, so lo and behold, I met Josephine. She was always everywhere. Man o' war, Potter's garden, what is called it? Potter's garden. So I just saw that she was this hyperactive person. Afterwards, the relationship began. We're talking about my school. I remember I went to give her a bar. She
was sick.
She was very hot, and then they said I should go and get food for her. And I was so caring. I gave her a bar. Did you eat the food?
Oh, like that. I need to carry it back from my room.
Are you serious?
When you came to your comments, I carry it back.
No problem. What we want to talk about is our NCCF journey, how it was for us serving God and serving the nation. So, Josephine, what was it like your service here to you? Did you see yourself serving the NCCF Cross Rivers State precisely?
It was not really what I expected, actually, because I had my plans, so I'm going for it. I had it all written out when I tried direct posting. So direct posting actually did not work, and that was when I knew that, okay, God, I agree to you, because God has been telling me, okay, you have to go to where I'm sending you to, because I have an assignment for you. But I'm like, God, I don't want to go somewhere far. I don't want to go, mostly because of my mom then. But when you go to a stage, I just had to obey God. When the structure keep coming, and then God is still merciful to you. So
consistent.
It's just by His mercy actually. So I told God, okay, I will go to wherever He sent me to, but one condition, I'm not going to stress myself to join any fellowship or that. Let me just go to. You want me to go there, so let me go there. Okay. I don't know the assignment system, but let me just go there. So when I saw Cross River, I was kind of, I don't know, there was just this joy in me, and I was so happy. But service here was a whole lot. A quarry side of training. Yeah, that was just the summary of my service here. I actually went to serve, like I serve, and that was just the service in God's vineyard. It brought me to the understanding of the prophecy that Bedford NCCF, in which
SGL
team talked about that there will be a time that Nigerian youth will be paid by the government to preach the gospel. So I felt like, okay, so God is actually bringing Nigerian youth, believers, taking them all around to actually for an assignment. So when I go to NCCF, I know about you before, so whatever, just let me go fellowship. No matter how you want to be stubborn, but there is the Spirit of God is always there to actually take you through the right path, and that's just always been my prayer. Like, order my steps. Even that the NCCF came and then we were like, okay, come for service. I'm like, I'm not interested in going to NCCF. I'm not going. I don't know when I actually dragged a platoon member of mine and said, let's go and see what they are doing in this NCCF.
Let's go and see what they are doing.
Let's go and see. That was the plan. Let's go and see. I even carried my cooler. I went from kitchen and then I went to NCCF. And then when they were done, before they even shared the grace, I can't remember. I went back to my room to eat. So Sunday came, and then that was the Sunday my sister was talking about. Sunday came, and I was going home jejely. Like services were finished, we're done with service, and then we just go home. That was how this brother held me down. I said I was doing Bible study units. Ha! When did this brother come from? He said when he met me in the morning, I was just smiling also myself when he was doing Bible study. I said I was just smiling to myself. I didn't even know I was smiling. And that was how the journey of NCCF started actually. And it was a beautiful journey. It was awesome journey, stressful, shaped my life really. I was able to learn. I was able to, like, it was much, getting to live with people with different values, objective perspective on things and all those situations, and then you are actually different. And you're thinking that not to be happened, we're all believers, we're sisters, but eventually the unexpected happened.
That's good.
Unexpected.
I get
a lot happened. So it was a beautiful, when anything beautiful does not start from just being beautiful. A gold does not look like a gold from the beginning. It's look rusty. So the journey was the
journey of purification.
Yes, so it was actually a beautiful journey, even with everything. It was so tough. Days of, oh my god. But actually, it built us till now. I woke up one morning and I'm like, Thank God for NCCF.
Thank God for NCCF.
Really, like me typically can just by myself wake up at this certain time, say I want to pray. I can wake up and I'm not scared of waking up in the morning going to work, because it's enough. You have to wake up by 5 o'clock every morning.
If you are sleeping,
you are wrong.
You are wrong. Like the guilt of sleep, you have just limited time to sleep in NCCF.
It has built in us, like there's justice building already.
Yes.
Within that period of 1 year, a lot happened. There's justice. And my president to say that this thing is building. No, you don't know.
It's a building. It's a building process. So I will just briefly talk about my own experience. How I knew I was supposed to serve in. I didn't know it was Cross River, but I remember checking through my journal. I saw Rivers. So I was thinking Rivers, Port Harcourt, but I escaped the cross. I left the cross behind and gave it to the owner of the cross, and then to the Rivers. God is so intentional about every aspect of our life. I remember my mentor always telling me then that, Moshope, where do you want to serve? Have you asked the Lord? So I had a plan of serving in Abuja. I didn't want Lagos right from time because I knew that I don't want to do Lagos. I was tired of Lagos. So specifically, I began to, I had so many books concerning going for service, but that period I was having retreat. I really wanted to know the plans of God. In fact, I almost took up a job, but God told me that was not. He called it a sabbatical period. So I didn't even know that it was going to be that soon. So I was just alone at home, studying, praying, reading. And then I just knew God was preparing me for something. And then I knew that God told me he was taking me to the land he was going to show me. I was so convinced that he said that period was going to, God told me that it's going to be like a suffering period. I used to tell my sisters that God told me that it's going to be like a suffering period.
Really?
Everybody had prophecies like, oh, it's going to be a glorious one. And I'm like, why is my whole like this suffering? But then the Lord opened my eyes to this scripture, Romans 8. Sufferings of this present time is nothing compared to the glory that will be revealed through us. And that was the word that kept me going. So
she suffered.
Jesus. I suffered.
It got to a stage like she had to call me one night. I'm like, why me?
Why is everything happening?
Everybody, even people started thinking. I missed 2 years. People started thinking like, okay, why Moshope? If you get this phone out, it's a lot. It's not even only phone, but a lot, and it's not just specifications. So we all have our own too.
Yes, but my own was visible. This year was like a journey. I knew a lot of people wanted me to work it out to Lagos, but I knew that this is the voice of God amidst the voices of people. These people came in, there were people that I respected so much. So I got the conviction that I was supposed to be in Cross Rivers State, that was where God wanted me to be. But at the same time, I was like 1 year. So I had already packed all my loads. I carried all my loads. I carried a very big traveling bag because I knew that God was sending me to that place. I did not know anybody there, honestly. People, in fact, when I got to camp, it felt like I was the only one that is not redeploying. Not until I started meeting some few people that were saying they were not redeploying. The voice of God.
Yeah.
The voice of God is certain. It doesn't matter if it's in the desert. He says that it will bring forth water. Water will spring forth from the desert. It does not matter if you do not see wind, if you not see rain, if you not see any weather forecast telling you that it's going to rain, but the voice of God is certain that it's going to rain. Please hold that word. So that period was like, okay, God is about to do something. I cannot comprehend it. And then we went to NCCF. In fact, I was so serious. I was always going to fellowship and all that. And then when it was time for them to pick,
so serious that the dangerous seconds are like you and your glasses, you're less forward.
So I was always so the thing is, when I was attending NCCF in camp, I did not to be part of anything. So I just knew what I wanted. I was seeking the face of God concerning what he wanted me to do there. So I was just like all to myself. But when the prophecy began to come into fulfillment was when we learned about NCCF, how that NCCF is a child of prophecy. Can you tell me the vision of NCCF? NCCF is that a time to ensure that all core members encounter Jesus Christ and are effectively equipped to preach the gospel and disciple men everywhere in Nigeria. So that vision was like, okay, God is sending me. I knew that this is going to be work in alignment to my ministry and all that. So we picked up the call. The call came in, rigorous prayers, study, trainings. I remember the day we prayed 24 hours in the room. The only thing I said after they called us was, I did not die. We talk about when we gave our first alawi and second alawi back to back, because this is like a kind of a level of faith that I've never, like, it really stretched me. Our first allowance was supposed to be like, oh, you're in camp, you have spent all your money from home, you spent it in camp. That one is supposed to sustain you. And the funny thing is, they were not going to pay you at month end because you received your money early that month. They did not pay us, so
maybe for the second month.
They did not pay us the second month. The third month we gave our money again. So we were so sacrificial that we had to like give it back to back. The second month we didn't receive. The third month, like, it was from our personal conviction that okay, we're doing this. It was crazy. It was crazy because we still had to pay some other deals. We're preparing for state conference and all that.
I really seriously.
God really came through for us.
So you remember I said earlier that I didn't want to just go anywhere. I had opportunities in Ibadan. Yes, I remember that at IIT Ibadan I had an opportunity to come and serve there. So I was trying to work it out. So eventually the working out, the direct posting also did not work. So that was when I heeded to the call of God. Right when I heeded, I gave up. Okay, God, let's go. So my mom was like, no, he said, no way you get to come do such relocation. I said, no, I'm not doing anything. God will have me go to Cross Rivers, I'm going to Cross Rivers. But I told God, I'm not saving. Like, upon this matter, I'm not saving. Okay. I've done enough. I just need to go and enjoy my service here. Let me go rest.
Okay.
As a couple, let me enjoy that.
And your angel was asking at you, like,
and I didn't know that. Holy Spirit was even laughing at me. Then, like, well done. So I went to NCCF the first Sunday. I said, no, brother, drag me. I said, that was how they brought this form, and I'm like, if they already bring in form, something wants to happen. I told the person that gave me the form, I said, I'm not interested. Whatever this form is for. Then I fought it. I kept fighting the guy. The brother was like, see, you will serve in this NCCF. I said, you will serve. I said, don't serve. I also stopped one.
I really want to say this thing, so that it doesn't appear to people that we're unserious. The mandate is for you to just serve your father's land. We're not doing it. Let me tell you, there were so many things encapsulated in this thing, because we were serving the nation, we're fulfilling the promise, the prophecy, we're fulfilling the prophecy. Now we're doing a lot of community services. We went to villages that you cannot even imagine in your life that they are in existence in this contemporary world. We went to villages. We had people that there are certain things that they've never seen in their lives. We were giving out clothes, giving out so many things, shoes, food, true rugged evangelism. And so it is basically we serving that. Yes,
you're serving your father.
You're serving your. In fact, we did not relocate. We did not relocate. So that was like part of the price.
NYSC wanted us to go.
NYSC wanted us to be anywhere. That was actually
cultural differences. That
was like the vision of NYSC, so that you go to a different part of the country, and then you learn their culture, learn so many things. But
so NCCF is just, I just say NCCF as let me say there is a big bowl. NCCF is just like that big bowl, and NYSC is just a small bowl with it. Because really, from NCCF, I felt my journey is complete. In my service here with NCCF. Reason, I'm not saying if you don't attend NCCF,
no, we're not saying this.
Just know, serve your father's land.
Just know what God is telling you.
Yes. But for me myself, that's why God will have me go at this time and at this period of time. And then that was I said the journey was a beautiful one. So I never wanted to answer the call. I never wanted to serve. And then the general secretary would tell me, Josephine, you're going to serve. And I said, I'm not serving. See, the day of my interview and all. Okay, before my interview, there was a day he called out and it was like, if you cannot do this, cannot please stand up. I stood up like this. Before I stood up, you see the high he gave me, like I just had to sit down back. So when we were done, I was not crying. I told him, I said, please, sir, I am not serving. I beg, please, I'm begging you with everything. I'm not serving. He said, do you trust me? I said, sir, how will I trust you? Do I know you? Where do I know you from? God. That was when I realized that is there ever a rest in the work of God? It is a continuous journey. You just keep going. Like that's the way you get to know him more and move closer to him, because that is when his mandate that he has sent you on earth to be fulfilled. The more you get somewhere, God gives you an assignment. Because what is even my purpose on this earth if I'm running away from God's assignment for my life?
Yes, and I want to say something. Do you know that in NCCF, like we are saying NCCF, some people own can be WCF.
Yeah, RCCF, yes, they are fellowships.
So it is you on, because we said we heard God. For some, you don't have to relocate. For some, your assignment, yes. So it is different. Yes, it is different. It is different. So we are just saying that there is, like, if I'm talking about the most memorable year of my life, I will talk about my rugged year. 2023, my service year. So I remember that period. You know, there's just this vibrancy. They will tell you, okay, you can do this. Don't go for rural. Everybody is being equipped as God is sending you. You just go lay hands on people. They will be healed and do this. Jesus. We're praying, and then Pastor Victor then just like, what are you doing? Oh yeah, go for evangelism. Go to the village. We're there. And then I remember praying for one lady there. She was short-sighted. So I didn't know where this confidence, I will call it God's faith, because it was given to me. The confidence just came. I'm like, is there anything wrong with you? She said, oh, she could not see from afar. I said, okay, you're going to see from afar. I'm like, I didn't even think about myself. I didn't think about the limitation. I didn't even think about what if was excluded from my, yes, don't even think about it. So I prayed for her, and then I went to a very far distance after praying for her. I said, can you see me? What am I doing? I made some dramatic move. Can you see what am I doing? She was like, yes, I can see you. And the girl was so happy. At the end of it, that was even the list of the things we've done. A lot of things. I remember the last funeral again. There's one woman crying. She said, I saw Jesus is here. I saw the light. I cannot. She said her body is she could not comprehend it. It was too much. It was too much. So now we made this video because I know that the particular season in your life, it is a season of the making of mighty men. This season does not come with luxury of things that you wanted, you presume.
It's not meant to end with luxury like mine.
Yes, at the end, yes, it did not. A lot of things happened. A lot of things. In fact, during the process of service, we had so many reasons to question our calling. We had so many reasons to question why.
The conviction was very strong.
It has to be.
God told me this, and that was sorry to cut you. And that was what I wanted to bring. Like before I said the call to just say, that night that we said I went to my room and I was crying. Then that is why it's very important as a Christian. I love when they tell me Christians always journal whatever God tells you. Journal it down, write it down. It might not be for today, it might not be tomorrow of tomorrow, but it's be for tomorrow. Like it is needed. God is telling you those specific word at that specific time, at that moment for a particular reason.
Isn't it a trap time? And
it's actually for a particular reason. So it is best for you to journal whatever God is telling you, because you don't know when it's you coming. And some of them will actually have come to pass. That's when you open your book and then your journals, then you now see they're like, wow, God has told me about this before. It is not a coincidence. That's why God has told you, friend. And that's why I believe that there's nothing happening in believers like that. It's just a coincidence. This thing just happened out of somewhere. No, there is actually a dot to link to whatever has happened. Yes. And I just opened my journal that day and I just saw the written word. Like it was basically, I wrote it for myself and I saw it. In your service here, you're going to serve. And it told me in details what I was going to be doing. Like the work he was going to give unto me, what I'm going to be. He told me in details. It might not be so plain. I think it was in parable. I wrote it. It was kind of, you're going to serve kings and all. So it was so confusing. But when immediately I saw it, it felt like I heard God afresh. It felt like God was just telling me those things afresh. So that night I told God, I'm going, I'm serving you, I'm doing this. This is what you want me to do in my service here. So come rain, come sun, come whatever, I'm doing this. Yeah. So I just asked God the next and I told the brother I'm ready. That this is it's packed up my faith back that God has told me this. So what am I waiting for? It didn't just happen beyond my feeling, beyond my emotions, beyond what I wanted to do. This is God who wanted me. And that's why I say it's to God to will for his good pleasure. Like we want to do the will of God. And God is not telling me his will, so how am I running away? It happens to most Christians. We want to do the will of God, but sometimes the will of God, we've learned a lot of time that it's not very simple. Sometimes it takes tears out of your eyes, and that's why I had to cry like, oh, I don't want to serve again. But
honestly, I won't like. Currently, I'm feeling very emotional because that service here was. I would say that if I wasn't strong in faith, I could literally say, God, why are you this wicked to me?
Why do you want to resign? There are days I just feel like I want to resign. I am not doing it again. What it is?
I'm like, God, what is this? God, what there were nights I cried. When you say cry, like I'm remembering it and then I'm feeling emotional currently.
It's really our process of making.
So we would say that it was our process of making. Some people own could be fellowship, some people own could be your current place of work. I watched the video now. He said, Pastor Chris was saying something. He said your current position, you remember the time you prayed to be there, right? You remember the time you say, God, where you are, oh Lord, is where I want to be. And then he said, okay, currently now we're making a move to Castina. That's where I am now.
And then he said, no, I'm not going.
Anyway, that's a joke. God is not somewhere in the map. No. So
that's where the move is right now. I want you to be there.
That is your specific training place. Like, see, God is so faithful. I don't know. We're making this video for everyone that has the call of God concerning them. God has told you a lot, but He's not looking like it. You have like so many reasons for you to just let go. Bible recorded when He was talking about the fathers of faith. When He talked about, I feel like Moses' own is so peculiar to me. Bible said that he left all the treasures of Pharaoh's house. He left those treasures. He could have been called the king's son, but then he just left them. He decided to go with the Israelites. He decided to go with God's people. Let me just go with them rather than embracing the whole kingdom benefits. And that's just it. Sometimes you just have to let go of the benefit that are coming your way because you know God's way is the true way. So Josephine, I don't know, there are people that are currently probably serving or you're thinking about their service here. What advice do you have for them?
Just trust God. You know what I had to pass through recently.
Yes, let's not just talk about the suffering part. There were so many rewards for serving. Please, so that it doesn't feel like, oh, they went to suffer. Jesus, there were so many benefits for serving. There were so many benefits. At the end of the day, remember, in fact, let me tell you, we invested. These same girls that didn't have money, we invested. They carried our money. They carried our money. I think I lost almost like 40-something thousand.
5,000.
Just 5,000. I enjoyed favor.
So this vlog actually is about to share one of our NYC experience because it's one of a peculiar experience for us, but it's just a way of God using it to remind whosoever is out there, and God is telling you to do this. Please just obey the voice of God.
Yes,
just do it. I know that it's not always easy to do because I know I've been there, not really so much there, but it's not always easy to obey sometimes. But obedience is the
pathway.
I was telling one of my brothers today, I said, I'm in your life for a reason.
Hey, God, I beg. Their lives, we had testimony of people say, if not for this person, if not for this person, we are grateful. Yes, we enjoy favor, Jesus. See, our faith was stretched.
We don't use our money. Like we purposely do not take money out of my transport fare. Wherever we are going with a free ride. We are coming back home with a free ride, and obviously that's going to happen.
Yes.
Like, the other day I was talking to the driver, and then you guys like, "Why are you commanding the driver like you're the owner of the car?"
We just command that favor. We command favor.
Just stop.
I was a teacher, so I embraced teaching. It feels so weird, like you study maths, but why are you teaching? But I knew that yes, Esther was in a place like for this time for a particular reason to deliver the people of God. So it was very impactful. Thank you, everyone. I hope you are blessed with this chronicle of our NYSC journey, and I believe so much that it's going to stretch your faith. Do not forget to subscribe. This is Josephine. This is Moshope Folua Eledumare Obatodamisi. The journey. Thank you. Subscribe. Bye.